Okay.
Well, here's the thing. We never feel like we have it all done. That's part of being an adult.
Yeah, but when you're given a list of, or you have a list of, this is something that has to be done, and you don't have it done before the kids. I mean, this isn't, oh, it would be nice to have this done. Well, okay, it would be nice to have my clothes picked out. Okay. And I guess, I mean, if I think clothes have to be done because I got to make sure that they're de-wrinkled. I got to make sure I got a shirt that fits. I'm not even sure if I'm going to wear my tennis shoes tomorrow or if I'm going to try to wear my dress. I think I'll wear my dress shoes and then take my tennis shoes just in case the other ones don't work out.
Well, that's smart. So that way, if your dog starts barking, you're like, all right, my feet hurt. I'm not walking around without shoes on.
Yeah. Yep.
You know,
I have a nice comfy chair. Oh my gosh. I did not come home with my back hurting because the chair was sitting too low. Oh my gosh. Who knew that a chair could make that much difference or cause that many problems?
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
A bad ergonomic chair definitely affects your alignment and everything else.
Well, I love that chair. Okay.
Well, now you know what type of chair, as long as you keep teaching, you're going to keep looking for. So like flip it over and take a picture of whatever the tag says.
Yeah.
So that way you can go back and refine the chair.
The biggest thing is that it sits tall enough. That's really honestly the biggest thing. The one that I had, the hydraulics were broken on the bottom. And so it would raise high. But after you sat in it as you sat in it, yes, you understand. And so, and it was so low that, you know, my knees felt like they were up in my chest sometimes. But.
So how did you do with your list today?
Let me get it out. And let me get a pen. I need to find one of my clipboards. I messed up somehow. I put this in safe driving mode, and I don't know how I did that. Hang on.
Okay.
Okay, you can hear me okay?
I can hear you.
Okay. I somehow pressed something and put it in safe driving mode, and it didn't work. Okay, so first thing was get up at 5:30. Oh no, I messed that one up bad. I went back to sleep. I didn't get up until 7. So it was a good thing that I didn't have to be there. Well, okay, I did get there on time, but I didn't take a shower. I did brush my teeth. So I didn't take a shower. I did take my medicines. I didn't eat breakfast. Well, I mean, I guess you could, if you consider I ate it at school, but I didn't eat it here like I intended. I did brush teeth and get dressed. I made sure Aaliyah was up because she went with me. We were not ready to leave in the car. Let's see, purse and keys upstairs. I know that I brought my purse upstairs. I'm not really sure how well that's going to work out, just because I was like, okay, I'm used to leaving my purse downstairs somewhere. I can get in the habit of putting my keys in my purse.
The reason why I said that, because you said that you worry about them going in your purse and to get your keys to go in the trunk.
Yes. Is it, and I guess what I have to ask myself is, is having it upstairs in my room enough of a deterrent to keep them from coming to get them?
Well, they have to go by you to get your keys.
If I'm asleep, it doesn't matter.
You have a lock on your door.
Yeah.
And I've heard you tell them lock your door on the way out.
Well, yeah, yeah. I mean, it works. I don't usually sleep with my door locked.
I'm
I
just
u
saying though.
Yeah, I like to sleep with my door open so my cats can come in and out and snuggle. But I guess I could make sure at least one of the cats is in here before I shut the door. But okay, so I'll keep it. I mean, I did bring it upstairs. At one point, I needed the kids to take some because, like, I had Evan take it upstairs and put it on my bed, and because I'm telling you, I just don't think I'm gonna. I don't want to say I'm lazy. I mean, I guess I am lazy in some ways, but I come home and I was already tired, and the thought of going up the stairs was just like, oh, just leave my purse here down at the bottom. But I sent Evan upstairs to put it on my bed, and then a couple hours or an hour later, I needed him to take some stuff out to my car, and he had to come upstairs to get my keys. And he's like, "Well, I wish I'd known about that earlier." I just kind of blew him off.
Well, he's Mr. Lazy Bones anyway, so
Yes, yes, okay. Um, Pay bills, I did one. I keep forgetting to call. I have something that's a couple months from left over from when I dropped my cell phone, and I need to call. I keep forgetting to call. Dinner was one of the positive things. I've told all three kids now that we're going to cook 4 nights a week. Um, Tonight, I don't know what put it into my head, but I asked Aaliyah if she wanted to cook chicken tenders in the air fryer. So we Googled a recipe and found it. And after their doctors, they had to follow up for their wisdom teeth removal to check and see how they were healing. And then after that, we went to the groceries and we got the stuff we needed for the chicken tenders. And then she and I kind of worked together I mean, she did the bulk of it, but I was there to help her with the air fryer. And I did a couple of the flour and then the egg mixture and then the breadcrumbs, and, helped her because that was the first time she'd ever done that. I basically modeled it for her and then let her do it. So that was dinner, chicken nuggets. But I mean, it was cooked. It was, we didn't go out and buy anything other than what we bought at the grocery store.
okay.
Check chore list was probably a weak spot today. Um, I was at school until 3:30, and I never thought to turn the internet off. So they had the internet all day today. And I'm not sure even what chores were done. I know did Evan do anything? I'm not even sure that he did anything. Leo's doing dishes. I know that.
Okay.
I don't know. I asked one of them to start a load of laundry, but I'm not sure if they did it or not. So yeah, I messed up on that. Daily accomplishments haven't done yet just because that's the next thing.
Okay.
I think I did them last night. I'm checking. No, I don't want that one. Oh no. No. That one. What is today, the 10th? Oh crap, I didn't do them last night.
Well, you talked about them with me. I just didn't know if you physically did them.
Okay, wait a minute. Hold on, that I did. I just didn't save it. Brushed my teeth? No, brushed. Yeah, I started them, but I didn't actually put them into my phone.
That's what I was about to say. I know we talked about them.
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna go back and try to put in a whole bunch of stuff from last night. But I can do, tonight's. I will make sure that I do that before I go to bed.
Okay.
Okay. And then go to bed at 11. I sure didn't do that last night. That's why I um got up late this morning.
Well, I thought you were going to try to go to bed last night.
I was.
And
And
then
then I just went down the rabbit hole on the internet. But I was thinking about, okay, I did turn my negative self-talk around because I caught myself. Because I was thinking I'm gonna have to tell him tonight that I didn't go to bed at 11 last night. And then the negative self-talk started in. Why do you do that? You make yourself look stupid. This always happens. You say you're gonna do something and you don't, and you know better, but you do it anyway. But I stopped and I said, okay, yeah, you did it, but maybe now by keeping track of it, you can see how many times you really are doing this and how it really is messing you up. And you will actually start to go to bed at a more decent hour.
Well, that's a good part that you're starting to realize that.
I've mentioned before that all of my problems, for lack of a better word, they're nothing. It's nothing new. I mean, it's been the same thing year after year after year. And this just seems to be the first time that I've actually been more open to, or more willing to fix it. I guess maybe that's just because I'm starting to come out from under my late husband's thumb.
Reality is, we all have things that negatively affect us because people like to say trauma, but everything that we deal with is trauma. Everything affects us one way or another. So it's not the trauma that's a bad thing, it's negative trauma.
Mm-hmm.
So we all have some stuff that we could do better. We all have some stuff that we fail at. But we have to make sure that we're putting things in place so that we can overcome that. And admitting that you haven't done what you were supposed to do in the past is a start to it. And
I have
that's
no problem admitting it. I know I don't do a lot of things I should that my friend calls it the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. And he says he wishes that he could take the word should out of my vocabulary. But I know when I mess up, I'm a pro at figuring that out. And
right.
I admit it.
But we're at the point now where you're not saying deserve, you're saying earned. You're starting to track it. You're actually thinking about it, not just going, oh, I suck as a person. You're going, hey, why am I having these thoughts? So you're making those steps to be able to look at what you're doing as an action and then changing those actions. Every journey starts with a step. And actually, even before that, every journey starts with you making up your mind to go do something.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's running away from something, whether it's running towards something, or whether it's just not liking where you are now, but you still have to make a decision to go do something.
Mm-hmm.
And so you have at least made the decision to go do something. And now you're starting to put things in place so you can move forward and go to the next thing. So the woulda, coulda, shouldas, yes, you could have done this in the past. And you would have done this in the past if something else had happened. And you should have done this in the past and you wouldn't be here, but none of that really matters because you are here. You can't go back and rewrite history, but you can write the next chapter.
Well, and of course, you always read little memes and little sayings that come across from the internet and all that. But something I read that made a lot of sense. Worrying about the past is depression. Worrying about the future is anxiety. Focus on the now. And I forgot if there was more to it, but that was the idea. Don't, just focus on the now. And I will say that even though I didn't do things that on my list that I even normally do, I still feel like today was a big success because I guess maybe success in failure, and failure is not the right word, but learning from mistakes, maybe. I don't know. I feel like the list is good. The list is good because it's like, okay, I missed getting up at 5:30. Crap, can't do that. Take a shower. Nope, don't have time for that. Nope. Take medicines. I can do that one. So that helped too. Being able to have a list to go down, and I can still do some of those things.
Yep. And so that's why now, like I said, now you consciously have something to hold your actions against, because now oh, I'm supposed to get this done. And oh, somebody's going to ask me about them. So there's a little bit more of accountability to it. And that's the biggest thing, is when you don't have anybody to hold you accountable, it's real hard to do a lot of things. Because that accountability is what makes you go, yeah, I should probably get this done, versus, shit, well, nobody knows if I'm going to do it or not. They don't know if I did it because they don't know that I was supposed to do it. I'll do it tomorrow. And then I'll do it tomorrow is, you said that in 1976 is now 2021.
Well, and I've said it before, I appreciate the nightly check-ins because I have never, I've worked with therapists in the past, and, we talk about it during the week. And then I go back a week later or 2 weeks later, and all it is, nope, didn't do it. Nope, didn't do it.
So, well, like I said, this is where we start doing that routine building. So like I said, you're going to get these nightly check-ins until we get to a point where we can do a check-in every 2 days, or we can do a check-in 5 days a week instead of 7. But for right now, it's 7 days a week.
And it helps.
All right, now, so I'm going to let you go ahead and go so you can finish up a little bit of the stuff that you want to get done so you can get rid of your anxiety. So get your clothes out, do the other little things you want to do so that you can get up in the morning like you're supposed to and you don't have the anxiety.
Yes.
All right, so have a good night.
Good night.